듣고 따라 연습하세요.
I take the bus to work every day. I take the bus to work every day. The train arrives at 9 a.m. The train arrives at 9 a.m. She prefers to travel by airplane. She prefers to travel by airplane. The subway is very convenient in the city. The subway is very convenient in the city. I missed my bus this morning. I missed my bus this morning. The flight was delayed due to bad weather. The flight was delayed due to bad weather. He usually rides his bike to school. He usually rides his bike to school. The train station is near my house. The train station is near my house. I bought a ticket for the next bus. I bought a ticket for the next bus. The subway system is very efficient. The subway system is very efficient. We need to catch our flight on time. We need to catch our flight on time. The bus stop is just around the corner. The bus stop is just around the corner. I took a plane for the first time today. I took a plane for the first time today. I enjoy watching the scenery from the train. I enjoy watching the scenery from the train. The taxi driver was very friendly. The taxi driver was very friendly. She takes the subway to avoid traffic. She takes the subway to avoid traffic. The airport is far from the city center. The airport is far from the city center. I prefer to walk rather than take the bus. I prefer to walk rather than take the bus. The train ticket is cheaper if you book in advance. The train ticket is cheaper if you book in advance. We need to find a parking spot for the car. We need to find a parking spot for the car. The bus was crowded during rush hour. The bus was crowded during rush hour. I always check the flight status before leaving. I always check the flight status before leaving. The subway map is easy to understand. The subway map is easy to understand. He enjoys taking road trips in his car. He enjoys taking road trips in his car. The train has a dining car for meals. The train has a dining car for meals. I usually listen to music while riding the bus. I usually listen to music while riding the bus. The airport security check can take a long time. The airport security check can take a long time. The bus driver announced the next stop. The bus driver announced the next stop. I prefer the express train for faster travel. I prefer the express train for faster travel. The subway runs every few minutes. The subway runs every few minutes. We took a taxi to the hotel after the flight. We took a taxi to the hotel after the flight. The bus driver was very helpful with directions. The bus driver was very helpful with directions. I always carry a book when I travel by train. I always carry a book when I travel by train. The airport has many shops and restaurants. The airport has many shops and restaurants. We took the scenic route to enjoy the view. We took the scenic route to enjoy the view. The subway is often the fastest way to get around. The subway is often the fastest way to get around. I need to recharge my transportation card. I need to recharge my transportation card. The train was packed with commuters during rush hour. The train was packed with commuters during rush hour. She prefers to take a taxi rather than the bus at night. She prefers to take a taxi rather than the bus at night. The bus route changes on weekends. The bus route changes on weekends. I enjoy the comfort of traveling by train. I enjoy the comfort of traveling by train. The flight attendants were very attentive. The flight attendants were very attentive. We arrived at the station just in time for the train. We arrived at the station just in time for the train. The subway is usually less crowded on weekends. The subway is usually less crowded on weekends. I always check the bus schedule before leaving. I always check the bus schedule before leaving. The taxi fare was higher than I expected. The taxi fare was higher than I expected. The train has free Wi-Fi for passengers. The train has free Wi-Fi for passengers. We took a shuttle bus to the hotel from the airport. We took a shuttle bus to the hotel from the airport. I prefer to travel during off-peak hours. I prefer to travel during off-peak hours. The bus was late due to heavy traffic. The bus was late due to heavy traffic.
너무너무 고생하셨습니다.